Welcome back to AK219, Guys Being Dudes.
The only podcast.
Here on the YouTubes, here on the Spotifys, here on the podcast
Everywhere.
apps.
Every single one of them.
Everywhere you get
Patreon, also. AK219.
We're there too.
Aidan Maloney, Kevan Boland, the only podcast. Full stop.
Mm-hmm.
And you're welcome for that, because who is to fill all of these now empty maps, or apps rather, with us being the only podcasters? I mean, honestly, they literally made Spotify for podcasters just for us.
It's a tremendous...
They made Apple Podcasts
cross to
just
bear
for us. I mean, if we're the only podcasters, it's a huge honor, and we thank you for that.
But we're bearing this cross with
Jeez.
dignity and respect, just like
Exactly.
Jesus Christ did.
Actually,
before he
better
was hung
than,
on it.
Better than, I would say.
Okay.
Because while we might not be hung, we are hungry for this content we're about to give you.
Amen, brother.
Amen, brother. Amen. What we all crave some days. Vibe of the week is how we kick off the show. We got language barriers.
When you're not hung, you can't really crave anything.
It's okay, buddy.
I got a hole in my sock.
Who put that there?
I did.
Oh, a little too hard.
Yeah.
That's okay. I don't blame you at all. Must be a really big sock, am I right?
I'm not talking about the insert hole. This is one I made myself.
An exit hole?
Yes.
Wow, we
Entries and
pontificate on what the fuck he might be talking about. Like I was saying before I would rudely interrupted.
I'm sorry.
Vibe of the week, new segment, language barriers, right in the middle, and then we kick it all off with burning questions. We kick off the end with burning questions.
We end it all with
We're
burning
going to
questions.
end it all today.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And you're here to watch and listen for it. So, Kev, what's brand new in your life?
Well, what's brand new is nothing, really.
Oh, that's devastating news.
Well,
or maybe that's good news.
Hockey was fun.
Did you get a dub?
I don't know. Like I tell you every week, I tend not to keep track. But I had ample enough people made some good money. So I think my financial woes or problems over there are going away. I just still need the guy to be there so I can actually pay him so he doesn't think I'm not paying him. Because there's only one guy I have to pay, and he's usually not fucking there. And I'm not making a trip out of my week to go out there just to pay to leave.
If he's the collector, he has to be there to collect.
Yeah. But
that's goofy.
Oh, well.
He's talking about ice time, by the way.
Yeah.
On a rink made of previous water. He's not talking about, like, the loan sharks he owes money to or the drug lords that he is indebted kind of with his life to. This is specifically hockey related.
You got to do what you got to do.
Exactly.
But it was a lot of fun. The skate afterwards when I played forward was fun, too. I had a nice little give-and-go assist with a guy that was on my team.
I would hope so.
he was on the point. I'm along the half boards. He passes it up to me, and I notice he starts skating in. So I'm like, oh, okay. And he skated into a soft spot of the ice where there was no coverage.
True.
And I just laid it on a tee for him, like passed it to where he was going to be, not where he was.
True.
It's an easy one-timer past the goalie, no chance. I'm like, oh.
That was clean. That sounds like that was clean.
It was very clean. However, towards the end of the night, though, it was a little... We have this kid that likes to skate with me and the group after me. However, I don't really like him skating with me anymore because, one, he doesn't pay.
Well, then don't let him skate with you.
That's why he's only skated with me twice.
Oh.
I gave him 2 chances, and he fucked up on both of them, so fuck you. You're dead to me kind of thing. So he skated in the second one, and... My buddy Charlie has a white jersey, but it's a goalie one. He didn't bring one, so he just wore it without asking because he wanted to play on the white team. So I feel bad for my buddy Charlie because then he forgot to give it back and he took it with him.
Dude.
So he took the jersey, and I go into locker room 1 where him and Tommy are, and Will and Tommy are all they're more gay than you and I are. They're like the butt buddies.
Yeah.
And I know Tommy.
Cool, though.
I know Tommy smokes weed.
Sure.
But I know he's not stupid enough to bring it inside the rink.
Right.
And he wasn't, because I walked into locker room 1 and it reeked of marijuana. And I'm like,
Dude.
Tommy, I'm like, what did he like? Did he have a pen or something? He's like, yeah, he did. He took a hit off of it, and he also had, like, he showed me this bag of weed that he had, and he opened it up. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? I'm not against weed, but, like, if you're going to do it in the parking lot, don't bring that shit inside a rink, because that could fuck with the skate. It's not my skate, but, like... It's like, someone had weed in here. Yeah. Nah, okay, you're not going to be skating here anymore.
Right.
That's just, oh, God, I can't stand that kid. And, like, he's one of the, and this is going to sound very insensitive, but I'm going to say it anyway.
You don't have to.
I do,
it's
though.
Insensitive.
I do,
don't
though,
have to.
because you understand some people speak with a certain tone.
Sure.
And they just sound stupid.
Right.
Like they sound like...
You don't have to say things like that.
That was the most PC I could say it.
You can just say...
He sounds like...
You don't have to say that either.
That is also even way more PC than what I could have said.
You know what you could have just said?
What?
He sounds fucking stupid. Yeah,
but... This kid does know that he's stupid, but he embraces it. He's a functioning idiot. He leaves the house every day, forgets to bring his fucking helmet.
That's pretty dumb.
Anyway, hockey was fun, minus that little fucking altercation. I didn't do the show Saturday. I had a weird morning. Still had some drinks that night. Turned out to be a good night. Sunday, what did I do Sunday?
What did you do Sunday?
Nothing. I woke up.
You were clowning on me because I like doing nothing on my weekends.
I do nothing on one day of the weekend, not all three.
3?
Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Friday night is the fucking weekend. Come on.
Well, that means Sunday night isn't, and it still equals out to 2.
You're doing girl math here. Just, because I didn't have a hockey game Sunday, so I wasn't even really that hungover Sunday morning. I woke up, I had a bit of a headache, but I'm just like, no, I feel fine. And I just did nothing.
You stayed at the bar pretty late, right?
Yeah, when did I get home? 2 o'clock?
Jesus.
2:30? But that's not so bad. No, it had been 1:30 to 2 o'clock. Because I know I wasn't at Franklin right when they closed at 3 o'clock, so. It was a good night, though. My buddy Zach came out with us, too, and dude got a lot of food at Franklin because he hadn't eaten all day. Dude got a bacon cheeseburger with 2 eggs on it. Fucking
that sounds pretty good.
Fried pickles and cheese curds.
That sounds really damn good.
I just got Irish nachos, which are pretty good over there.
Man, now I'm hungry again.
Sorry. Me too. No, not
Crazy.
Really. I just need to start watching my figure.
Really?
But, yeah.
Well, if that concludes...
Not yet.
Are you concluded?
I have not finished.
Are you going to finish?
I'm done.
Cool. Well, I've been pretty good. I started the Black Ops 2 campaign now. If you listen to last week, I did Black Ops 1. This week I'm on Black Ops 2. Such a great series, and the campaigns are phenomenal.
And the fact that in the second one you can kind of pick what ending you want, because there's different endings in that campaign.
Yep. It's fantastic. I'm having a lot of fun with that. And I've been doing more... I've been trying to get more consistent, right? Because for AK219, that's us. Hello. We do 2 or 3 uploads a week on Patreon and YouTube. And then for my channel, I try and do 1 to 2. So, if we upload 5 times a week, then there's only a day or 2 where we don't have something posted. I think that's ideal. So we've been maintaining that now, and I think it's bueno.
Bump that up. 7 days a week.
That's up to you.
No, that's not up to me. I mean, I pass down all you need to know about putting the videos together and editing them and posting them online and stuff like that.
I would love to see you. Maybe that could be a video. Maybe Kevin tries to edit since he's the old grandmaster of it.
That would be the worst.
It would be the
video idea
worst.
Ever.
It's kind of a great idea though, since you love gaslighting me.
No, I'm not gaslighting you. No, buddy. I'm not gaslighting
idea
you.
What you're doing.
I have some idea of what I'm doing. It's just been so long. So you would have to teach me again after I have taught you.
You are such
really
an
what it
ass,
is.
Dude.
It's really what it is.
Anyway, I'm real happy with where everything's at. 5 posts a week, 5 videos a week rather, is pretty ideal. And then
But are you happy with who you are?
I am happy with who I am. How about you?
No.
Well, all right. On that note, we're going to find Kevin some serotonin, and we'll be right back for language barriers. You need some help back up? Kevin was looking for his serotonin under the table and got stuck.
Yeah, I need help getting up.
He can't get it up, and like a stepmother, he was stuck under the table. Anyway, this is Language Barriers, where we go to everyone's Urban Dictionary, and we find you some lingo that you deserve to know, Because we know not everyone is up with the times, Gen Z, Gen Alpha. We say some kooky things sometimes.
Yes, we do.
And you know what? You deserve to know what they mean. So you can fit in, feel accepted, and understand what's going on in our brains. Because most of the time, we don't know either.
Think of this as
It's educational, really.
It's educational.
It's like a free course.
It's like charity, except we're asking for nothing in return. We're just giving you free information.
On AK219 on Patreon.
Oh, yeah.
$1.
But that's really nothing.
It's more of an ask than a demand, really. But don't make us get to the demand phase.
You wouldn't like me when I'm demanding.
Just me.
Just him.
Anyway,
you want to go first?
Berries, sure.
Okay.
Go ahead.
All right. No, I asked you if you wanted to go first. You said sure.
But you did that last week, and then I said sure, and I was about to, and then you jumped in front. So I was expecting the same treatment.
No, I don't even recall that last week.
Okay, so here we go.
Of course, this guy always holds on to grudges and shit. He always has at least one more language word for you than me.
I thought it was going to be a bit. Like, you know how you continue bits? It's called improv. It's where you yes and you continue bits and, follow through. And that's what we call a no but. It's not good for improv. Anyway, beige flag.
I got this one. I was thinking about doing it, but I didn't.
Yeah. So, beige flag, I know you're probably familiar with, like, red flags of, like a no-no in someone's personality.
Or a green flag.
Or a green flag, which is yes, yes.
Which means go.
Exactly. A beige flag, however, makes you think. And that's exactly what it is. Something that's neither good nor bad, but makes you pause for a minute. When you notice it, and then you just continue on, it's something odd. For example, my boyfriend's beige flag is that whenever we walk into a store, he will ask very loudly if they sell whatever items the store is clearly made for. So, example, your beige flag would be walking into, like, a Dick's Sporting Goods and be like, hey, you got balls in here?
Or you got dicks?
But that's not clearly what they're made for. It's like walking into an Ace Hardware and being like, hey, hammers? Here? Really?
Wrenches? Lug nuts?
Lug nuts?
Here?
Let us know what your beige flags are, or your partners or friends' beige flags are in the comments. I think that'd be kind of fun. What's a beige flag you've noticed?
I'm trying to think of a beige flag I have. I don't know. It might be the fact that
The beige flag you have is forgetting when you tell a story or a fact, and then you repeat it easily 2 or 3 times over the next couple days. Like, have you heard this?
That's just short-term memory. It's early signs of dementia. I know I have it.
Yeah. It is funny, though.
I think your beige flag is like, I don't know. Just one of these days, you just... I can't tell with you some of these days. I don't know if you're like...
What do you mean?
I don't know if
How is not telling something... Like, you can't deduce something?
Hear me out. I'm not done with saying what I think your beige flag is. Some days,
interrupting people.
No, that's a red flag.
That is a red flag.
Some days you are the straightest man I've ever met, and other days I just get this feeling.
Yeah. Yeah. No, trust me, I know.
I can't tell, and some days I just get so upset that I get angry and I pop a boner.
Exactly. It's sexual frustration at its finest.
It's just...
You keep people confused. Maybe that's it. Accidentally confusing everyone around me. Right.
You are a very confusing person.
I understand that.
So I have a word for all of you. What generation are we leaning?
We're Gen Z.
We're Gen Z.
We're making content about Gen Z and Gen Alpha.
Gen Z, yeah,
There's Gen X and Boomers and the greatest generation, which is mostly dead.
To give you this word, Boomers.
This one's for you.
Rohanga Dangangar Antanamahangana Ruse.
Oh, could you say that one more time for me?
Rohangan Danganagar Antama. God damn it, you try to say it. You see this shit?
Rogan Dangan Garantonamhangana Rahuz.
Which is a word referring to absolutely massive breasts.
Exactly. So cop that, Remember that next time you see some... Here are some synonyms for you. Honkers. Tanhangarakoogs.
Mm-hmm. Humongous humgalummanunalogongus.
Exactly.
But, just remember this word the next time you see a woman with very large breasts.
Or a man. If you're into that. I think they do exist.
And you should just say it.
Go ahead, say it one more time for them.
Okay, an example. Wow, that girl has really nice Rohan Gandang Gang Angarantam Han Gandanaruhus.
It's really
Guantanamo Bay.
It's not about the exact pronunciation, it's about the feeling.
You should get this on a mug.
They would have to make that a really big mug. Mm-hmm. The next one I've got here, Zasty.
Zasty?
Zasty, which is a combination of zesty and nasty.
Oh.
Zasty. For example, man number 1, I like watching him poop. Man number 2, get your zasty ass out of my house. So if you know someone that's a little zasty, or maybe you've got a little zast in your own system, you know exactly what that is now. Zasty.
Zasty.
You know any zasty individuals, Kev?
So nasty.
But zest. Think of the zest.
I know. I do. Trust me.
It's like straight up orange peel, dude. This guy.
I got one for you.
Okay.
Jazz meat.
Jazz meat?
It's a loser who doesn't say sorry. Oh. He is a jazz meat. He loves to think he is strong.
Dang. A jazz meat. I actually know some people like that. That's crazy. And now I know the term for that.
I'm a loser, but I say sorry.
Exactly.
So I am not a jazz meat.
No. It's got to be really specific. Someone that takes massive L's, but they are, in fact, not sorry.
Yeah.
That's a jazz meat.
100%.
If you at home are a jazz meat, fuck you.
Please reconsider your life.
Exactly. In the kindest of words. Don't be a jazz meat.
No.
And now that we know that term, we've got another one, because the learning never stops here, quite frankly.
No.
This one has been long awaited, and I'm glad I stumbled upon it, because we actually had a request to literally cover this word.
Oh, really?
Or sentence.
Okay.
What the Sigma?
Oh, fuck. Oh, no.
What the Sigma? A slang language used by, but not limited to, the brain rot community as a response for confusing or unimportant matters to signal other people that they're aware of current internet trends commonly associated with Gen Alpha. So, for example, Skibbity Gyat Phantom Tax Sigma Ohio, what a nonsense, your generation is doomed. Your response would be, what the Sigma? It's essentially dismissive, but it's got a hint of a question in there. So if you want to dismiss somebody while also sounding like you're totally not uninterested, what the Sigma?
It's just, it completely blows my mind.
It is purely brain rot, though. It's hilarious.
And the term rot started back when, like, I rotted away Saturday morning when I didn't come to the show. I rotted in my bed and I just laid there because I didn't feel like getting out of bed. But brain rot, I guess I'll try to make this a two-parter for you because you have a phrase about brain rot, but brain rot in itself
is a whole new phrase.
It's just like doom scrolling, which is another word that you're sitting there on your phone.
Goes deep.
Let's say I get home from work, I turn on my PS5, I want to play some games, but then I'm sitting there and I'm constantly just scrolling. An hour goes by and I've literally done nothing with that time. I'm just, let's do this TikTok, let's do this reel, skibbity, Riz, oh shit.
And then you look at the time.
But we're all guilty of doing it.
Yeah, and you're like, what the Sigma, because you didn't know that much time had passed. And you see how this is all interconnecting? Brain rot causes what the Sigma. What the Sigma is the answer to your thoughts on brain rot.
Brain rot also causes Obama hater.
Obama hater.
A Republican or right-wing conservative Christian white human who is opposed to democratic views and or black people. Sarah Palin supporters are all Obama haters.
Yeah. I would say that's a gross generalization, but I have yet to be proven wrong.
If you or someone you know is a Obama hater, like me,
you have to let the people know you're kidding, because they sometimes
what the Sigma?
Exactly.
Well, sometimes even you don't know if I'm kidding.
No, I know you're kidding.
Would you be friends with a racist? I don't think so.
I wouldn't.
Good, because I'm not one.
Exactly. That's the point I was trying to get to, is you are convincing. I've just known you for over half a decade.
Yeah.
Anyway, massive
Obama hater.
El-Riz for Obama haters out there, when they could be...
They all live in Ohio.
Chronic flexors. I'm sure we all know a chronic flexor.
Yeah.
I've known a few. A condition in which someone feels compelled to consistently bring things that make them look cool in casual conversation. It can be the same thing every time or a variety of things, as long as the subtle or obvious aim is to make themselves sound cool or better. It's a flex, and if it happens all the time, it's chronic. It's most obvious when a detail is tossed in that is completely unnecessary to the conversation, solely used for the purpose of flexing. So the example they gave is, man, it's hot out. I haven't been in weather this warm since the day I met Barack Obama in high school. So this person is not an Obama hater, and their friend is saying still suffering from chronic flex, huh? So chronic flex just means, for some reason, you always feel the need to take a W.
That's like, you meet some girl and you think you're this, you think you're that, and you just keep on saying the one like, oh, yeah, I can fly airplanes, by the way. How about I take you out of my private jet?
I'd take you out of my yacht, but I'm afraid of drowning from my 18 gold medals I always wear.
And just a simple one, babe, I got a big dick. And then but you drive a fucking lifted Ford.
Yeah. So we all know what's in there. Uh-huh. It's not much.
No.
And her response would typically be, what the Sigma. Exactly.
I already knew you were going there, because I wanted to say it too.
Yeah.
I got another one for all you people out there. A Corson.
A Corson?
A real gamer who likes to play CSGO and flex with his CSGO inventory.
Ooh,
so another flexor here.
A chronic flexor, yeah.
OMG, he is so a Corson. Means he spent a lot on CSGO skins.
Yep. And there's nothing more embarrassing than spending money on cosmetics, because that is the stupidest fucking shit you can do.
I did just recently buy a cosmetic in Rocket League. But it's nothing like with my car. It's like
anti-flex right there, Kev.
Yeah, I know. This is definitely
it's a low point for you.
This is a beta move for me. But
anti-alpha.
It was only like $2, and I had $2 to spend.
Of course.
And it's whenever I score a goal, an anthem plays. It's like your goal song.
Yeah.
And there's a lot that are in the game. But because it's like the time period it's at now, they had this thing in the shop. You could get the Bundesliga anthem.
Oh, okay.
And play that, so I got it. And I scored like 3 goals before my buddy Brian realized, you bought the fucking Bundesliga? I'm like, yeah, dude, it's fucking great. And every time I score, I feel like a real hockey player.
Soccer.
I feel like a real football player. Soccer.
Sock hard. Speaking of hard, you ever heard of this one? Mad Lad. I'm sure you have. This one has, I feel like, entered mainstream to a degree, I want to say, the term Mad Lad. But it's an insane dude. Someone who is out of their goddamn mind. Someone that does something nobody would have ever dared to do. For example, oh my gosh, dude, Jacob just drank this entire glass of water. What a fucking mad lad.
No one ever dared to drink an entire glass of water before Derek, or whatever his name was?
I think the name was Jason or Jacob or something.
Okay,
but
same thing.
The point is mad lads are fucking like crazy, nutso. They will like do a handstand. Isn't that crazy? That's a mad lad. You do that, that's a mad lad. See the examples I'm giving you, Kevin and listeners.
Handstand. Dude, that's the most tame fucking shit
exactly
you could do.
Exactly. Mad lad is used sarcastically, but in like a wholehearted fashion. Yeah.
See, so even I didn't understand this one.
Right. So you do something like goofy, or I don't want to say predictable, but you're just clowning on him. Like you say parkour, and then you just like hop to the side of a park bench. That makes you a mad lad.
Or you fail at doing parkour.
Exactly.
While saying parkour.
That might make you a sad lad, though. So.
And that'll make me say, what the Sigma?
Or what the Sigma? At least he's not a chronic flexor.
True. And at least he doesn't have epinitis.
Epinitis? Epinitis?
Epinitis, same thing.
Ah.
Suffering from dry shit / constipation.
Is this a real medical term?
Michael complained of his ass bleeding since he suffers from epinitis.
I'm confused if this is a real medical term.
I'm pretty sure it is.
That's crazy.
But let me just let me flex on you chronically.
Yeah, chronically, of course.
Epinitis.
Wouldn't be the first time.
Oops.
Is it real? It doesn't look real.
I think it's... Did you mean... No, not epiditis. It might be...
I think it's made up. Because we're not finding anything on Google. Kevin's researching right now.
So it's part of the membranes and inflammation cell.
Nope. It is made up. So epinitis or epinitis is when you got dry shits, but in the funny way. You know?
Yeah.
It can also be used as an insult, like you're such an epinitis.
You have dry shit and you're constipated.
Or you're an epinitis, meaning you are dry shit and are causing me constipation. I've got one more, Kev. The Saucy Puppet Show.
Oh, this sounds hot. I'm ready. I'm ready.
So, if you're prepared at home, listeners, and Kevin, next to me.
I'm prepared.
The Saucy Puppet Show. When you put a sock over your Johnson, also known as a cock, and you have your sexual partner pour an entire bottle of Italian dressing on top of your puppet, ideally in front of a large audience of your peers. Quote, I went to see Ricky's Saucy Puppet Show.
Ricky.
It would be a Ricky.
Oh.
Another quote, if you were to do this in front of an unsuspecting audience of peers, what the fuck are you doing in my car?
You're going to
The Saucy Puppet. I love that it's Italian dressing.
I either need to get me oil. I need to get me a girl, or you just got to have a talk with yours.
Yeah. You need to get you an individual willing to do the Saucy Puppet Show. I think the more difficult part is finding an audience willing to show up for it. Because I'm not going to tell you.
If I'll show up for yours, you'll show up for mine. So we got one audience member so far.
Exactly. And that makes it a Saucy Puppet Show. Mm-hmm. Do you have uno más?
I have dos más.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. What do you think of it? Put your phone away. Don't fucking upskill me on this.
I know.
So my second to last one.
A real chronic flex I have.
Half load.
Half load, okay.
Noun. A person who is not very smart.
Oh, not what I expected.
Derived from a man only shooting half of his load into a woman's vagina.
Of course.
And the resulting child being half of what it could have been.
Oh my god, this is not what really happens. But I'm also not a doctor. I could be wrong.
What a half load. He keeps trying the same trick and falling on his face. I'm ready to go, but this half load is still in the shower. I was playing against a bunch of half loads on COD last night. I won 20 games in a row. So it's
half load.
It's like not your strongest swimmer.
Right.
And this is the result of it.
Someone who's a goober, an imbecile, they're a half load. That's funny. I've never heard that before today.
And finally, this one a lot of you might know, but I felt it was only right to end on this.
Yeah.
Special in the head. Someone who is or mentally disabled. Fans of George Bush are special in the head.
You could have ended it on half load, but I understand the progression of it becoming more derogatory now.
I beg your pardon? I'm not... I don't do that.
Anyway, if you know any half-loads out there,
people that are special in the head.
Exactly. Put their social security numbers in the comments down below, and we'll be right back with Burning Questions. Burning Questions time. Time for Burning Questions, the closing segment. Kevin, what is Burning Questions?
It is... Aidan.
Yeah? Do tell.
I'm glad you asked me to be the one to explain it today. Burning Questions is our feature segment that has been around for a long time now. I can't quite remember when, but it's been around a long time.
It's been a while.
And we go to everyone's second least favorite website, Reddit, and we source questions that are asked into the ether. Not particularly made or meant for anyone, but they're meant for us. And so we source through them, and we answer these questions in the only way that we can. The right way.
The correct way. As omnipotent, all-loving beings.
I forget omnipotent, and I am all-loving, ladies and Aidan.
I knew it. Yes, I have a shot. Are you all right, buddy?
Spit up into my nose. Don't you hate when that happens?
It is a bad feeling.
Ow. It's carbonated.
Kevin got some carbonation in his schnoz, but while he deals with that, we've got a question here.
Oh, I'm still capable of answering. I'm fine.
Yeah, you're capable. Which combo power set would you rather have? So these are superpowers. Would you rather have super strength and invulnerability, or ultra speed and ultra reflexes, or telekinesis and telepathy?
I'm going with speed and reflexes.
Speed and reflexes?
Because I don't know what telepathy and tilapia is.
Tilapia is a fish. Telekinesis means you can move things with your mind.
Oh.
And telepathy means you can, I believe, read minds and control minds. So that's kind of OP.
On second, no.
You gonna stick with the reflexes?
Well, no. Now that you explain to me what those mean,
yeah,
it's nice. But if you're me, a person who has needs, no, because I can get in trouble.
Yeah,
I'm looking out for my own good.
If you misuse it, yeah, no shit.
Well, but come on, I can't walk into the bar and I have 60 women all around me. Like, oh yeah, because he totally turned on his Riz machine and got these girls all legit. No, I used my psychic powers to brainwash these women.
Stick with speed and reflexes, because that's not okay to do.
Yeah, exactly.
You'd be a super villain at that point.
Yeah, well, there always needs to be a bad person.
I think I would prefer telekinesis and telepathy, because moving things with my mind would be convenient for, like, house chores, and just, like, I would never need the TV remote. I could push the buttons from back here.
True.
And then, like, I could just use my telekinesis to just move the lawnmower around my lawn right. I could just do shit like that, and it would be perfectly fine.
You'd become a lazy bum.
Exactly. So maybe I would have to, like, get on a better workout regimen to make up for that. But I'll burn that bridge when I cross it. I'll burn that bridge with me on it. And the telepathy would be cool, too, because I would use it for, like, evil of the good kind, So I would walk into, like, multinational banks and, like, have the tellers unload the vault, and then I'll just, like, I don't know, go around and...
Oh, rob a bank, but in the good way?
Yeah, like multinational ones. Like, fuck Wells Fargo. Fuck you. Like the bad banks. The dog shit ones.
I didn't think there were no such thing. Banks are good.
No. Anyway, I would go with those, because I think it's got the utility, and I would also control myself.
And speaking... Okay, I just said that as a joke. I'll control myself, too, but I definitely have some bucket list items if I were to have those powers. That's all I'm going to say.
Oh, it'd be great, too.
And I heard you say vault.
Yes.
That just reminded me of something I saw on the way here to the studio today.
Oh.
In lieu of the Borderlands movie coming out, which I haven't seen. I want to, even though I've heard it's kind of bad.
I heard it tanked.
But they're coming out with a Borderlands 4.
Really?
Video game.
Okay.
In 2025.
Now that's exciting. Wait, 2025, they're literally going to have to compete with GTA 6.
Well,
what a horrible
all I'm
idea.
going to say is it better be good, because Borderlands 3 was kind of mid.
They better release that, like, either months before or months after. Because if they did simultaneous, that's just stupid.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, Borderlands 3 was kind of mid, wasn't it?
It was.
2 was good. Pre-sequel was...
2 was good?
Okay, 2 was pretty great.
It was one of the best games ever made.
1 is good, 2 is great. Pre-sequel...
Nah, also very mid.
Pre-sequel and 3, I think, were just okay. Anyway, exciting news. Next question from user HiHiClick with 2 Ks. Would you rather every traffic light you encounter is green for you, or never hit traffic on the freeway?
Never hit traffic on the freeway.
Yeah.
I would love it, because I usually leave to get to the hockey rink at about 7 o'clock, and my skate doesn't start till 8, but because I'm in charge of it, I'd like to be the first one there to collect money and do this and do that. So, like, sometimes I have to leave at, like, 6 o'clock, just before 6, just in case there's traffic.
Damn, right.
And even if there is traffic, I know the back roads it takes, so I still get to the rink at a decent time, but I'd like to just stay on the fucking freeway the whole way there. I don't want to have to drive through sketchy parts of Gary and Hammond just to get there.
And all those sketchy parts are, like, 20 or 30 mile an hour zones.
Which
and the freeway
no one ever goes 20. I don't.
No.
I don't even hardly stop.
The cops have better things to deal with in Gary, Indiana than people speeding. But I would say I'm going to go traffic lights, actually, because I rarely take the freeway for anything anymore. Because
even when you drive for work?
Yeah, I'm in Southlake County now.
Well, what the fuck is that?
I'm on Route 30 all the time. And Route 30 is nothing but stoplights. And I fucking hate Route 30 for that.
Route 30 is dog shit. It is
dog ass, absolutely. And I deal with way more traffic lights than I deal with freeways. So traffic lights is an easy one for me. And then it would make my commute to and from work more consistent too. Because it's not a lot. It's only like 6 or 7 traffic lights between me and work. It's like a 15 to 20 minute drive, really. Which isn't bad. But if they would always be green, I could literally time it out nearly to the second. Because red lights add time that can make you late, which is no bueno.
It's true.
So definitely green lights for me. But I totally see where you're coming from. Because 8094 is a shithole.
Because I'm usually on that road at least twice a week.
Right. Yeah.
Well, to and from, so a total of 4 times a week.
True.
But, yeah, no, I'd rather just be able to go like 85 miles an hour and
allegedly
not stop.
Allegedly, yeah.
Like, well, speed limit's 70. It's really not all that bad.
You really shouldn't admit to speeding, though.
Well, I'm not. I'm not saying I'm going like 90, 95, 100. I'm not breaking the law.
Yeah, you're avoiding the reckless driving charge. Yeah. Smart. Mm-hmm. Next question from user Material Lie 1606. $3 million right now.
I'll suck it.
Or, can you suck it? Could you bless me? Money wise. $3 million right now. Or you win every competition you enter in your lifetime.
I don't enter many competitions, so give me the money.
Yeah.
What am I going to do a competition for? The angriest little guy you've ever seen?
But it's any competition you could enter.
Yeah, but...
If you enter, like, tryouts for the NHL, it's a competition.
What if I enter... Hold on, what if I enter the Powerball? That's a competition. I could win more than $3 million.
Oh my God, you hacked it. You hacked it, bro. I was totally already leaning towards the competition wins. Yeah. You totally sold it to me the rest of the way.
All right.
I'm going competitions for sure. Keep your $3 million. I'll make more.
Yeah, fuck you.
I'll make more. And that way I could enter chess competitions without...
You ain't even winning pride from that, dude.
Zero
Not
bitches.
Even pride. Yeah, no pussy comes from chess play.
Sigma. Next question from user Ready Courage 13. What are some bad times to get horny?
Public.
Yeah, but that's kind of a wide variety, you know? You could be in public, but you're secluded. You know, a forest is the public.
Well,
okay, but if you're boning in the forest, you're gonna be horny.
Downtown Valpo.
Yeah, like in a city, like maybe on a sidewalk.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
When you're with friends and or family.
Very true. Like a family reunion is a really questionable place.
Well, that's not even what that's not even what I mean. All I mean was like when I was with my ex, when we had our pool open, like my dad and stepmom were constantly coming in and out of the house, and it was just us two in the pool, and she was wearing a very nice bathing suit, and I don't have to say anything more. I don't have to say anything more. Nothing happened, but like
you can't help what your brain does to your cock.
I couldn't help it in that instance. So that's why I was up against the wall of the pool, so no one could see it other than my girlfriend at the time.
Smart.
But she didn't really help me with that because she teased me in the pool too, and I'm like, this is not fair.
Yeah, that is unfair to you, Kev. You hate to see that. You really hate to see that.
Really blue-balled me in my own pool.
I would say maybe a Toys R Us is a bad place to get horny.
St. Jude's Children's Hospital.
Yeah. Sir, this is a Wendy's.
The sperm bank.
Is it like? Don't you have to?
Well, yeah, but like, okay.
Give.
You're right. They already give you magazines and other shit. I was saying it trying to be funny. Didn't really.
The pediatric hospital.
Yeah.
Next question.
Another bad time to be horny. Right now.
Well, too late. Next question from user Hugo Conway. You get $750 for each consecutive day you wear wet socks.
One day.
One
That's
day?
The most I could do.
You're taking the $750 and walking?
One day. I'm not. Wet socks are one of the worst things in this world.
It's a horrible feeling. And on top of that, I think eventually you get trench foot. Isn't that how you get trench foot?
I don't care about what I'll get. I'm not doing it long enough to get whatever it is. True. Get them off me.
I am thinking, I'm like, if I did it like 2 or 3 days, which is a lot of wet sock wearing, but then I would have just shy of $2,000 or just over $2,000-ish. Yeah, just over $2,000 if I did it for 3 days.
It'd be $2,250.
That'd be a pretty nice little bonus just for being uncomfortable for 3 days. And I don't think 3 days is long enough to get trench foot. So I think I'll go 3 days and then take a little vacation, maybe a spa to help the feet I just ruined.
You're right, though, because I'm uncomfortable every day.
Yeah.
But
you're just adding another layer, really.
Yeah, no, I respectfully, I'm taking the $750, and I'll just come with you on your vacation.
All right.
So we'll have just shy of $3,000.
Your ticket, by the way, is just a low price of $750.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what I said. Our total combined is just shy of $3,000.
Right.
So.
That's true. Hey, we could probably upgrade the studio.
We could.
If it needs upgrades. I mean, I just built the studio a half year ago, so we're not ready.
I think it needs a whole revamp. I think you and I need to start wearing uniforms.
Uniforms?
Like sexy clothing. And
I'm a naughty maid.
Yeah,
mm-hmm. Of course.
Yeah.
You're just a pirate.
Just and I'm looking for that booty.
Just like a regular, like one of those bad Party City pirates.
No, I'm the pirate from SpongeBob.
That fake peg leg, but it's just one thigh high that's brown and wooden looking.
I don't need a fake peg leg to make it look like I got a peg leg, if you know what I mean.
Third leg, you know what I'm saying. Next question from user NoLack7636. Would you rather be able to rewatch the best moments of your life, or take $250,000?
Didn't really have any.
I have 0. Are you sure it's not just the dementia you were talking about in the beginning of the show?
No, but like speaking of vaults, did you hear that they released Borderlands 4?
And that,
that was a bit because I knew I just said that like 5 minutes ago. But no, like moments from my childhood.
Just relive the best moments of your life.
Best moments of my life.
Rewatch.
Well, no, because one of them would make me upset after I had to rewatch it. So honestly, you know what?
Take the $250K.
Just give me the money, and I can just buy my happiness.
That's true.
In bottles.
I'm in the same boat as you, but I think for slightly different reasons. Because of course I have good memories, and I mean I think back on some of them, and I don't remember what jokes were told, but I remember like some of the hardest times I've ever laughed, and watching that back would be pretty entertaining. But I mean, you get $250K. Granted, my memory works okay. Not before probably the age of 13, but everything since I remember all right. But $250K gives you the opportunity to make more better memories today.
That's true.
So, $250K for me as well.
Give me the money.
Final question, Kev.
Final answer.
From user Montreal. Montreal.
Montreal. Like Montreal.
Oh my God.
Montreal. Wow. Canadians. Yeah. Fucking
I
French
cannot believe wow. That's embarrassing.
I hate the French. Well, no, it's
Everyone
not.
hates the French.
Fuck them.
Fuck the French. What's an app few people know about, but everyone should have?
Pornhub has an app.
Do they?
No, they don't.
Oh, I was going to say, that's news to me.
No.
It's not really what I frequent, but that, you know.
Is there any apps on my phone? I don't know. Like, this app is kind of new to me. It's called Heya.
Okay.
Heja. It's like a group chat texting app for, like, sports and schedules and stuff like that.
That's pretty clever.
It's new to me because I was a part of it for the men's league team I played on Sunday nights in Hammond. So that app is new to me. Maybe a lot of people do have Life 360. I was introduced to it a couple years ago by my ex. And now I have it with me, my dad, and my stepmom. I only have the Fitbit app because I wear a fucking Fitbit.
That makes sense to have that then, yeah.
White Castle.
The White Castle
app.
Not sponsored. I do not recommend White Castle app unless you pay us money.
You know how many food apps I have on my phone? Ready for this? McDonald's, Burger King, Subway,
yuck.
White Castle, B-Dubs, Wendy's, Taco Bell.
Oh my God.
Just in case I need to get some deals, you know?
All right.
You know? I got a Helldivers app on my phone, which not a lot of people probably have. Gas Buddy.
Gas Buddy's a good one.
Gas Buddy's clutch.
It's a free app, and it'll show you like a, 5 or 10 mile radius, the cheapest gas station. The cheapest
gas that's near you.
That's good to know.
Untapped.
Untapped is a good one.
That's a good one.
I'm so glad I got you into that. So Untapped is like a beer rating app. So if you're like me and you like sampling a bunch of different types of beer, different flavors and whatnot, you can use the app almost like Foursquare or Yelp, but it's not like negative, like those tend to get a connotation. It's just like, here's what I think of this, where did I get it? Was it draft, canned, bottled? It's pretty neat. If you are into brewskis and sampling different kinds, it's free, and I would recommend it. I would say
it's very nice.
One of the cooler apps I've gotten recently is called Merlin Bird ID. I'm not much of a bird watcher, but I found it really cool. So it just like takes your general area, like Midwest US, where we are, and like you can just have your phone outside and it'll like pick up little chirps and wobbles and songs and whatnots, and it'll tell you what bird is making what sound. Like, is it singing? Is it trying to fuck? It's kind of neat. And then like it gives you this...
What I just picked up a Kevan. What's he doing? Oh, he's mating. It's his mating call.
So that one's pretty good. PlantNet is a pretty good one. You can just take a picture of a plant. It'll tell you what it is and what you're looking at. Very cool. It will shart down your throat, dude. So
this
those
guy has apps about plants. I got apps about diabetes and calories.
Diabetes. Those are pretty good. Tabs is a good one. If you are musically inclined, it'll tell you what notes you're playing, if they're out of tune, how to tune things. So like my guitars, which you might see behind us in the camera, they're back there.
Oh, it's right there.
Yep, there's one behind Kevin and there's one behind me over there. There's two of them. So
I don't play.
He doesn't play. I hardly play, but I know some things. I know some chords and whatnot.
In fact, that Bacardi one is from the old house I was living at, right?
Yep. You gave it to me for free, which I appreciate.
All right, no problem. But I just expected payment in kind later.
What a man has to do. But no, Tabs is like a free app you can get to tune your stuff up if you don't have one of those like tuner things. You know what I'm saying? There's just a bunch of cool stuff out there. Always keep an eye out for cool stuff. And beware of in-app purchases because most of them fucking blow.
Also, another app you should probably get because it's very reliable and trustworthy. Temu.
No, fuck Temu.
Just kidding.
Fuck Temu, fuck Wish. You guys blow cock, allegedly. But no, another cool app you could get is Patreon on your phone, and then you look up AK219, and it's $1.
This guy.
Early and ad-free,
such
occasional
a plug.
after show.
Such a plug.
Call me a socket because I like to plug. Anyway,
that was Poggers.
We haven't covered Pog.
Oh, well, we might have to next week.
We might have to. Well, while you guys all use with the Sigma in your daily lives from here on out, we appreciate you for listening, for being here, for watching, and for maybe giving our Patreon a look. If you're interested.
Just don't be an Obama hater.
Exactly. Don't be an Obama hater, and beware of half-loads.
Beware of me.
Bright and early, yeah, well, especially if he's got like the telepathy and telekinesis.
Bright and early, I got that tilapia on me.
Yeah, if he's a little fishy. Bright and early late next week, another episode of Chaos. Bye.
Bye. Ciao, ciao all.